So you're telling me you've still eating pizza, still eating chocolate, and you've got rid of that belly? Go on, explain it to me. I've got to hear this.
Look, I know you don't know who I am, nor do you care, so I'll try and make this brief. But let me be real. What got me into the gym and wanting to change my body? Being transparent here, it was a breakup. I've been dabbling in the gym since 13, never taken it seriously. Pretty much always a chubby kid. Got a girlfriend, broke up with the girl, and I thought, you know what, to get her back, to get this girl back, I'm gonna lose weight and lose this chubbiness for good. It didn't work. However, it opened the door and made me realize my love for fitness. Now, I still had struggles along the way, but I was always consistent in the gym, and I would yo-yo diet. This is why it's about a lifetime commitment of learning and adapting, especially if you've had bad habits for many years. But I'm gonna just keep it real with you guys, man. I didn't like what I saw in the mirror, right? I like to know that I can wear certain things and feel confident in my physique. I can take my top off at the pool or whatever and feel good about myself, you know? Tony Robbins said that if how you look or how you feel or your life right now doesn't match the blueprint that you had for yourself, you're gonna feel depressed or you're gonna be down. My blueprint was a man in shape. So I committed to that and I refused to give up. Anytime I would fail on diets and regain the weight, I would get back up. I would always continue and always try to adapt and change my approach until I finally figured it out. Trust me, I've been there. Yo-yo dieting, losing weight, regaining it. I've been slim. I've been chubby. I've been leaner than I am now, but I couldn't sustain that level of leanness. To the point when the world shut down, I got the heaviest I ever got, and I said, this is not happening again. And I built a sustainable approach to the point I wrote a book about it. Look, you've clicked this video for a reason. You're either curious, you need a new approach. I get it, there's not a million views on the video, but dude, I'm telling you, you have to be careful with what information you're digesting online. Even from me, make sure you check everything, because these extreme diets and these extreme physiques that we see online are not sustainable or attainable in most cases. But I'm gonna break down how I did it. Alright, we've heard of calorie deficits. You wanna look at calories like energy, right? The amount of calories you eat is the amount of energy you're consuming. Now, if you're consuming too much energy and you're not burning enough through walking, cardio, weight training, just general movement, you're going to gain weight because you have too much energy. So your body sees it as leftover energy that it will just store as fat. Now, when you consume a certain amount of energy that is not enough for your body to sustain its current weight, your body begins to use fat for a source of energy. You want to be burning more through movement and eating less. That doesn't mean you have to cut out sugar and cut out carbs. When you're just beginning, focus on burning more and eating just a little bit less. So technically, you could keep your diet similar to how it is now, but just half the portions, or even a quarter of it, right? That could be a 500 calorie deficit, right? If you just halved your dinner. That over the course of 7 days is 3,500 calories less. That's 1 pound of fat burnt, and you haven't even gone to the gym. Now, I would recommend going to the gym and lifting weights because that's going to keep your muscle mass so you look more athletic as you drop the body fat. Now, I would highly recommend keeping your protein intake high. I like to eat big, bro, right? So I don't really like feeling hungry. Now, you're gonna feel hungry when you're in a caloric deficit. No if, no buts. However, eating a high protein diet keeps you satiated for longer. You feel fuller for longer, so the hunger won't be as aggressive. And you want to incorporate fruits and vegetables, because then you're getting a well-balanced diet, but you can still keep your treats and your chocolate or whatever in there as long as you are still in that caloric deficit. There are loads of calculators online that can help you calculate how many calories you should be eating based on your height, body weight, gender, etc. for you to lose, let's say, 1 pound a week. Now, these are estimates. It might be a bit of trial and error here. Start small. Focus on the basics. Another thing you want to try is swapping out foods instead of cutting them. Dude, there was a dairy milk chocolate that I still love eating. But in the beginning, I said, you know what? This chocolate bar is maybe 500 to 600 calories. How about I swap this chocolate bar for a Snickers bar? That might be 400 calories. I still get the sweet taste, I still get the treat, and I'm saving 100 to 200 calories. Do you see where I'm going with this? Sometimes it's about swapping, not cutting. Another example is, sometimes I would swap chocolate for Greek yogurt, because it's not necessarily the chocolate that I was craving, it's the sweet taste. And Greek yogurt with honey, I can eat more of it, and it's less calories than the dairy milk Oreo that I would normally eat. So try swapping instead of cutting things out. Another thing that would mess me up is I like to go all or nothing, and that is not sustainable. You feel like if you don't go all in, you're not doing enough. Or if you go all in and fail, you think, forget it, it's not gonna work. No. Motivation is very good, but it comes in waves, it comes and goes. You need to build discipline and have a system in place that keeps you on track when motivation goes away. And if you don't have discipline right now, it's okay, you can build discipline. Even if you commit by doing 1 press up a day, you get out of bed and you do 1 press up. It sounds like nothing, but you're building that muscle. You're building that discipline. And eventually it's going to compound and you're going to do more and more and more. I always say this. So focus on building tiny habits that you can stick to, that gradually increase. It's not about going ballistic in the gym because you want results fast and you're riding the wave of motivation. The time is going to pass anyway, so you might as well make it slow. It's better to get to your destination in a year's time, a year and a half's time, rather than get there early and then fall off and end up worse than you were in a year's time. Take it slow. It's not all or nothing. This is a lifestyle change. This is something you want to stick to forever. Another tip for you, focus on movement, and a movement that you like to do. You might see online, do this to drop the belly fat, do this type of cardio, do this, do that. No, you just need to move more. And that movement can look like whatever you want it to look like. It could be dancing, taking a walk with your son, cardio, running, whatever. Move more. Because if you enjoy it, you're going to want to stick to it. Remember that. If you are doing something that you are dreading every day, it's unlikely to be sustainable for you. But I just want to get that out of your head that it has to be a specific type of movement that's going to be better for you to burn a certain amount of fat. Do it your way. Find movements that you enjoy. It could be capoeira, could be karate, whatever it is, move more. And the last thing, and this is where a coach like me can come in, mindset shifts. You may need a coach for this to hold you accountable so you're not alone in this. Most people don't invest in themselves, and that's why they're stuck. Some people need that extra push from someone who's lived their experience. But if you don't want a coach just yet, one thing I would say to you is never give up. It sounds cliche, but you need to say to yourself, I don't care how many times I'm going to fail. I don't care. Tomorrow's another day. Let me see if I can be a little bit better tomorrow. 1% better tomorrow. Because a lot of the times, our ego can affect us. We can feel a bit like a failure if we're failing consistently. But that's how you succeed. You fail, you get a little bit better, you tweak, you fail, and then all of a sudden, you have one good day. You might fail again. Then you have 2 days in a row that are good. Then 3 days, then 4 days. Then you might fall off again. And then you might go on a 5-day streak and so on. but you vow to not give up. Get your ego out of this. I don't care how many times I fail. I'm going to keep going. That's a mindset shift to have. So if any of this hits home, feel free to DM me on Instagram, CoachReese__. My fat loss book is out now. Still eat, drop the fat, not the foods you love. You'd pay more for your lunch at work than you would on this book, and it could change your life. Also, if you're interested in one-to-one coaching, that's also available on my website in the description. I help everyday people stop the yo-yo dieting, dropping fat, not the foods they love, on the website below.
Summertime coming in and when I get slim now. Drop calories in the hundreds, get more steps that'll help you trim down. Hear me, it don't matter that you tried and failed, I've been down. We move forward in life, pack bags, hydrate, gonna hit that gym now, really gonna win now. Burgers, fries, the chips, the drink, the coke. Pizza, that's the ish I love the most. Only hurts if you would do the most. Carbs are good, I think we need a toast, that's energy. Fam, what you telling me? Need more fuel, more reps of the enemy. 10k steps, go cross more territory. Persistence to a better me. Work drinks, you ain't getting me. Proteins, where you getting me. Proceed to lift heavily. I don't drink too heavily, say. Grind to my tank on empty. Eggs and fruit want plenty. Burgers and chips don't tempt me. Tryna get summertime sexy. Tryna get summertime sexy. Tryna get summertime sexy. Grind to my tank on empty. Tryna get summertime sexy.